almost 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
I think so.
Yeah. So this is you texting all this. Right? This is your Instagram. Right. Okay. All right. So again, what made you,
yeah, I think so.
What made you start this conversation with this said 13-year-old? You said what you doing right here, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, she messaged me, right? And she messaged me, and I'm not going to lie to you, man. You know what I mean?
But this dude is huge.
Sometimes, you know, a person feels lonely and stuff, and they want the the interaction.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what had happened.
Okay, so this isn't what happened because she never said she was lonely right here, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, and you did double text here, yes or no?
Correct.
Knowing, and it said on her profile 13, yes?
Correct.
Okay, so you initiated the conversation with a 13-year-old knowing she was 13, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so is that a good look for you?
No, it's not.
Okay, so you've been exposed for this before.
Correct.
And you called them these other girls. And you know what? I've been following for a long time. And you know what? I said, you know what? He probably made a mistake. And, you know, there are some attention-seeking ones. But this is damning.
Right.
I had to make sure myself.
Right.
Do you recognize me?
No.
Okay. I had to make sure myself that all these rumors were true. It sucks, man. I watched you in high school. Me and my friend Keyshawn thought you were hilarious, man. It's sad.
I appreciate it. How long will this interview be?
You don't get to determine that.
Okay.
Well, like, what I don't understand, why are you attracted to, like, 13-year-olds? Like, why are you attracted to underage? Because you clearly said...
What? Alright, so Ken, he's trying to come back, and he was acting all tough in the video that he made, like, yesterday, I think. And then... But Ken, isn't he acting like a little punk and seems like he's about to cry?
Yes.
He was acting so tough in that video, but now he's acting like a little punk.
He was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll get my hits.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna find that.
In one of the screenshots that you've always wanted to be with someone younger. Like, you, like, fantasize about being with someone younger.
Right.
And you're scared of being a sting operation or a cops.
Right.
Like, what goes through your head? What makes this okay for you? Because this is disgusting. Like, for real, man.
What goes on is...
Okay, just so you know, those guys...
I'm not going to shoot you.
Like, let me cut you off right there.
Well, the guys that made the videos are racist.
When you say loneliness, like, we've heard that millions of times, right?
Yeah.
Trust me, this is not our first time
I just like
doing
this little girl. I'm trying to get with her.
We confronted hundreds of people, and every single time some of them do say they're lonely, and sometimes we do understand that they're lonely because maybe they're not as popular or they're not as outgoing, but you have millions of followers.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how are you lonely? You have, like, millions of followers. I bet you there's chicks in your DMs trying to hit you up.
Absolutely.
And you're here for a 13-year-old.
And I recall,
like,
you know, I followed you for a while. I recall a few years ago, you did brag about having a girlfriend. You also in a live stream bragged about this little affair that you had with a teacher. So you probably have, like, you have a ton of females in your DMs interested in you because, you know, people like you for your personality and whatnot. And, you know, and then when you say specifically, I've always fantasized about someone younger with a big age gap. You did say that, correct? Yes or no? That you fantasize about someone younger. What is that fantasy? Because it's not just loneliness.
You know what it is, man.
I think I just
Honestly, we really don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we're not like that. We're not like... We're not attracted to minors.
Come on, man. You know exactly what it is, dude. Okay?
No, we're attracted to we're attracted to female our own age, dude. This is sick.
Let this be known. I am not.
So what are you then? If you're here to meet up with a 13-year-old girl after sending your pic to her, then what do you call it then?
I am a guy that is... What am I?
I'm a guy.
If it takes you this long
shut
to
up, I'm
answer
streaming.
what you are,
No,
you're pretty sure that you're some type of creep.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Okay, I want you to be real with me because this ain't cool.
I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Yep.
My mom, may she rest in peace. You guys know that, right? You guys see the videos.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
But again, this one is retarded.
But why is he talking about his mom dying?
Not raised.
Where did that even come from?
I know what the screenshots say. okay? I'm aware of that. I'm looking right at him, okay? My mom did not raise, and as a matter of fact, if she was here with...
Yeah, he looks like
Your mom has nothing to do with this.
Okay? My mom did not raise, and as a matter of fact, if she was here with...
Your mom has nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
honestly. Don't bring your family into it, because we're not here for your family. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drag your family into this.
Yeah,
This is all
your
about
mom's a
you.
great person.
Right.
But
This is
you're
your
not.
actions.
Yeah.
You're like little girls.
This is
That's
not cool.
weird. But I liked it. I
One
liked
other
it.
thing, let me tell you something, okay?
What's up? Go for it.
What does EDP mean?
Yeah, looks like you looks like anything.
He said that quick.
Okay.
I'm trying to, we're trying to talk. Okay.
You guys, hold on. Let's come down.
Yeah, I'll stop. We're here to talk to you. So what was? So you said you know exactly what I mean. What do we mean?
No, what does EDP mean? Why do you call if you call yourself EDP?
You know what's funny?
What? This is not
You know what's
funny at
funny? I
all.
like little girls.
This ain't funny.
Well, if you would stop cutting me off and trying to explain.
Okay, so we're gonna let you explain now, because we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm a fan of you. He's a fan of you. He's a fan of you.
Honestly, I'm not a fan, but
Well, he used to be. He used to be, and we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. So please explain this to us, okay? Now, and I'm gonna be done talking.
This little girl
with you.
is
I'm just
bad,
here to
bro.
talk to you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
So,
I have to
what
fight
does
in her
EDP stand for?
DMs.
445.
Right.
When I first created my YouTube channel,
No, but she was cute though.
Thank you.
you're gonna have to excuse me because the sun is in my eyes.
Yeah, here we can just face that way.
just turn around. Yeah.
Whichever way.
Whichever way, the sun's not in your eyes.
So when I first started my YouTube channel, right? If you go back, if you look at the original logo, right? It was a picture of a cat. I'm sorry, it was a picture of, Pac-Man, right?
Right.
Yeah. It was a picture of Pac-Man eating a cat.
Okay.
It was supposed to be funny.
What?
Okay. That's what my my original logo is meant to be.
Okay, fair play. So again, you mentioned to admitting to having this fantasy with someone with a big age gap. So again, you said to us, you know exactly what we mean. But I truly don't. He truly doesn't. So what do you mean? Sure.
Are you guys cops?
No, we're not cops.
We're not cops.
You're not cops.
Well,
We're
we
not
have worked with law
absolute,
enforcement.
but we can forward this to cops because
Yeah, absolutely.
most definitely this is not your first time either, right?
Right.
This is absolutely not. How many times have you done this?
This is my first time.
You just said it wasn't your first time, and now you say it is. Second time?
What was the first?
So the first time was, so you guys know about the 15-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So she was hitting me up through the DMs in which she engaged first.
Right.
Because let's be real here. A lot of people, right, when they see celebrities, like the check marks and stuff, and no, I'm not trying. I'm gonna sit back and throw a guilt trip and make people feel sorry for me. I'm not doing that. So don't.
Right. Yeah.
So don't try
He's just
to,
talking about
turn and twist the shit. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Just
Don't
go
look
So
like-
when people sit back, right, especially young.
With Visible, you get unlimited data for as little as $25 a month. But when you bring a friend, you get a month.
Young girls, right? The 15-year-old, not the 13-year-old. When they see people with check marks and stuff, this and that, you know what I mean? Like you're famous, you're hot, all that.
You're famous, you're hot.
That's what they do. Now, as far as the whole fantasy goes, you know what I mean? Let's be real, okay? You know what I mean?
Nobody knows what you mean.
I genuinely don't
You
know
mean
what
you like her? That's what you mean?
That's what I mean. Okay, so, and I'm not calling you the P word, if you know what I'm talking, if you know what I mean. I'm not calling you the P word, but
Then do you know what I
do
mean?
you fantasize about females under the age of 16? Yes or no?
Oh.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you
No, but he is
you
one.
fantasize
He
about a
is
13-year-old,
one.
correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So, if it's a 13-year-old, so when was the first time you fantasized about like an 11-year-old?
I liked her.
Okay, let's
She
move
was
aside
pretty
because
cool.
the
She
car's
looked like she was low-key bad though.
Do you mind,
Bro, I would have dated her.
Yeah,
though.
just right here. Yeah, you can have a seat if you want. It doesn't matter to us.
Let's go, I'll stand.
Okay. So,
Get killed.
do you mind,
Yeah, just right here. Yeah, you can have a seat if you want. It doesn't matter
This
to us.
is so exactly like a phone.
So 13-year-old. So again, when was the first time you fantasized about a 12-year-old?
Never.
Okay, so 13 is the youngest.
Right.
Okay, so why 13 but not 12?
I don't know.
Okay.
And that's the truth.
Okay.
Not lying to you.
Like, so if Sophie was
Yes, you were. You did not have to say
what
that.
would have been your response?
Probably would have went to the fucking bathroom and threw up.
Okay, so what? Okay, so for me, like,
You don't have to believe me, bro. You can sit back and
right. So for me, say
Well, you just lied a couple minutes ago. You said it was your first time, then you said it wasn't your first time, then you said it was your first time. Like,
second time.
I know, but you said earlier it was your first time. Like,
okay.
I mean,
Yeah, so we'll get to that. So you said, so 13 is the fantasy. Like for me, okay, 18, I think there's hot 18-year-olds. I wouldn't do anything with a 17-year-old,
Right.
but there's hot 17-year-olds.
Right.
But I don't go, yeah, when I see a 17-year-old, I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, it's just not right. But, so what about a 12-year-old?
So this dude just basically admitted he liked younger people.
About? Like,
Didn't he just do that?
Everyone you say, bro.
But everybody in this video is just weird.
Honest, I don't
so what about the 13-year-old?
know, man.
Do you think, does at least some of it have to do with being younger, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have this attraction to younger that you admit it's not normal, correct? Yes or no?
It's not normal.
Okay. When do you think this started happening?
It's not normal.
This started happening when a lot of when girls
How
hit
little
me up.
girls
I make
was-
on Instagram. So I would say probably about maybe about 7-8 months ago.
Okay, 7-8 months ago.
Right.
So when did you so what was it that made you realize? Like, for example, this is a bad analogy, but you know, I didn't like avocados when I was young, but now I like avocados. So what made you just go, I actually like 13-year-olds?
What made me
Take a deep breath.
when all that came into play, you know what I mean? Like I mentioned before, the entire loneliness and the actual, you know, like, oh, girl might actually be into me and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Right, but the thing is, if it was
I
a
like
12-year-old into
high-end
you would have
chicks
brushed that to the
that
side.
feel
So you know, like if there's a hot 19-year-old into me, I'm like, oh, awesome. But if there's like I shouldn't say there's such thing as a hot 12-year-old, but if there's a 12-year-old into me, a 13-year-old into me, I'd be like, disgusting. I would never. So what makes it okay to you for you to come here?
It doesn't make it okay. I'm just being honest with you. It doesn't make it okay. I was in the wrong, and I'm a piece.
Right, but what makes you interested, though? Because you have girls hitting you up, so it's not the loneliness. So what about 13-year-olds makes you interested?
Can't even answer it for you.
Okay, so...
He just found a freaking hot older person.
Okay, I do too.
Bro.
So,
I mean,
I swear, why do you have to get a 13-year-old?
Right, exactly.
This freaking
So,
heck of a grown woman that's heck of bad.
13-year-olds aren't developed, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
So is part of it that they're underdeveloped?
Example,
Is that a turn on to you when
Rihanna.
you're
She's
thinking
the
about
baddest
stuff?
chick ever. Bad girl, Rary.
So what made you send her a video of you, doing it?
Don't know, man.
Okay.
You don't know because you liked her. That's
let me tell
why.
you what the crime is, okay?
The crime is that he liked her.
Harmful matter to a minor. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I'm just letting you know because we've done this so many times. Sending harmful matter to a minor. You send a graphic picture of your body right here in one of these screenshots. Did you not? Yeah.
I did.
You did?
I mean, you got the screenshots, of course I did. I mean,
But like, why would you send it to a 13-year-old? Like, that proves that you were turned on by it.
yeah.
That proved that you were turned on by it because you sent a graphic photo.
Because you were hard when you were jerking it. Obviously, yes or no?
What?
So
You can't jerk when you're soft.
right, exactly.
So what were you gonna do when you came here to this little girl's apartment and she's home alone? What were you gonna do?
Honestly, this is real.
Dang it, I forgot I was in the stream.
Guys, want to or not, she said that she was gonna bake me a cupcake. I was gonna take the cupcake and go.
No, you
That's
wasn't.
the truth.
So you came here. You drove like 30-40 minutes, right?
No.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. You came 20 minutes to this girl's
Man, I've
house when
seen
she's
all the
home alone
text
to pick up a
messages
cupcake and go back home.
Yep.
And that's what you wanted to believe?
I don't give a what you guys believe. It's the truth. I
That's
know
the
I'm
Okay, now he's
Okay,
saying
well, we
that
haven't even gone into the
part, but
messages
that
yet,
nigga's
so
so
these are going to be
deep.
pretty damning. So before we get into the messages, the last thing that he was
Man, you
asking
could've
about
let me
the
hit that thing, bro.
Yeah, the second time you've done this.
I don't care, bro.
I mean, you've done this before.
Hey, you should have became my
You've never
friend.
been. Well, you've been
And then
caught.
freaking, I could have just
You've been
freaking
caught,
had a
right?
freaking baddie girlfriend.
Why
But no,
did,
you're
okay,
just a
so
freaking,
what I don't understand is you've been caught
rapist.
before.
Freaking like little
Continue
girls,
doing
that's
it.
how I'm supposed to
That means
date.
you
Nigga,
didn't
you're
learn your
weird,
lesson.
bro.
So how what makes us think that you're not gonna do this again?
Ma, don't even lie. I could have dated her, bro.
This right here?
Right here.
Ma, don't lie.
Go back to your car and you go home. You're gonna just hop back on and keep doing this. Cause do you have? Are you talking to other minors on your phone?
No, I'm talking to your mom
just
on my
the only
phone.
minor ever right now on your phone? Only one. You sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
But this isn't
Okay,
the
this
first
dude
minor
hates
before,
him.
Correct.
Right.
And there was more than one minor because last summer I've had all these females reach out to me about you. And, you know, at first I was like, okay, attention whore. Honestly, I was. But then I see more and more and more. And I see you saying, if anybody finds out about this, you're going to be in big trouble. Like, you're trying to intimidate them. That's what
You can,
he
he has guns if you don't know.
So, again, what's the ballpark
Oh, the
number of how
people-
many minors you talk to?
No, EDP.
You know,
Oh,
obviously
EDP?
5, so
Yeah.
after 5,
I'm gonna get demonetized.
6, name them.
Let me see. Of course, there's Sophie. There's
Liking little girls.
let's see. There was. I made a cameo for that one girl. Not sure what her name is. I believe her name was what was her name?
Did you talk to her?
No, I didn't. Well, hold on. Let me take that back. Okay. I was making a cameo, right?
Okay.
And this is actually on video, so you guys can go back and look.
Okay.
So this guy sends me a DM, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's all like, "Hey man, yo, real man, I want you to make a cameo for my girlfriend. It's her birthday and stuff like that." So I'm looking like, all right, cool. And he wanted it for free. I'm looking like, man, that's dude. You're gonna have to like, you know, show me something like that, okay? But
I mean,
okay,
I think
at the
that's
time,
alright though.
I did not know how
Asian
old she
family.
was, and that's the truth, bro.
Her name was Lucy, right?
Was it? I'm not sure.
I believe so. I remember it because I have that screenshot somewhere on my phone.
Okay, I did not know how old she was, dude.
When did you
But
find
you
out her
liked
age?
her.
I
That's what
found
you
out
did.
her age after the guy told me. He's all like, "Oh, hey, bro, man, my girlfriend's like 14 or 15." I'm like, "Yo, what the dude?" Like, real talk, man.
Obviously, you didn't go what the F because you're talking to a 13-year-old.
Right.
I believe you did know her age before, yes or no?
Wrong.
How old was that girl again? How old was the girl?
Which one?
The one you were just talking about right now.
About the cameo.
The
I
cameo.
believe. Oh, you mean the cameo one, right?
The one where you talked about you asked her to send you private pictures.
Probably 14.
And Ken, I'll send you the voice
15, I'm not
messages
sure, but that was
of what they're
Number
talking
two.
about.
right.
Or
Nah,
the-
nah, they're gonna say that on
That
Rich.
was after the fact I found out how
Are they
old
gonna
she
say
was.
that on Rich?
Okay,
So once I found that out, I'm like, yo,
Alright.
So, like, how, like, if you say what the F about the 14 and 15, why didn't you say what the F about the 13? Like, if the 14 and 15
Because
is
she
bad,
was
what
bad.
makes the 13 okay?
How do you get mad at me?
But you didn't say
yeah, I
about
wonder
this.
what the F to that. It's just not consistent with...
Like, yeah, it's not, like,
it's not,
consistent.
It's not, bro.
That's why, like,
Yeah,
that's why we're trying to figure this.
Yeah, and here in these, before we get into them, you do explain why you find her attractive, but I was just trying to hear it from you first.
Right.
But, what was I going to say? So, girl number 3, girl number 4, girl number 5, girl number 6. Did you do anything with them in person, or was it just asking for...
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal?
Nothing personal.
Really?
Truthfully.
Okay.
I mean, I'm guessing these girls don't. Well, the girls that you were talking about, right? 4, 5, 6. I mean,
4, 5, and 6?
I'm guessing
Right.
they don't can fly.
So, you did DM one of them, and though you didn't get... Okay. You did ask to be her girlfriend, and she was underage, yes or no?
When?
Oh, I'm sorry. You to be her boyfriend.
When was that?
This was last July.
Okay, I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Okay. So, wouldn't you consider a boyfriend a girlfriend in nature?
Right.
Okay, so though you didn't get
Considered it,
into... though you didn't straight up say, I want to do stuff with you, you did show interest in being an underage girl, not hers or not the second one, but a third one. You did show interest in being her her boyfriend, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so say she says yes, say she goes along. Down the line, could it let yes or no?
No. Because I wouldn't have flown to her.
Okay, but you would have been dating someone underage, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, also, a horrible look.
Right.
And on top of that, you admit it could have led to yes or no? Boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay,
Correct.
so
So isn't that...
I mean,
It could have led to something, yes or no?
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So you put yourself in all these situations where you're in a bad position with these underage kids, and it's consistent. It's not a one-time mistake like I thought it was last summer. I give you the benefit of the doubt because I was a big fan of you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I really did.
Same here, man.
I give you the benefit of the doubt, and I just see it over and over again, dude. It's heartbreaking, bro.
Right.
Heartbreaking.
I understand.
So this is what you want to do with a 13-year-old, and you know the only.
I think my mom's calling. Nothing. Streaming, playing more Mario, and watching a video. No. Right, bye.
Deterring you based on these messages, it wasn't the fact she was young, it was jail time that was deterring you, yes or no? Okay, so say there's no law, say we live in an anarchy, you would have followed through with this, yes or no, had you been able to, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so before you give the like I didn't want to do anything, you did want to do something, the intent was there, the only deterrence is jail. Like for me,
Well, the intent is right when you showed up here. That's
Me don't wanna go to jail.
doesn't get any.
right, like if the cops saw these messages and saw you here, would they have arrested you, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so look, see,
Do you think you deserve to go to jail? Because you admitted this is not your first time. This is up to like 6th time.
right.
This is your 5th or 6th time.
Do I deserve to go
Yeah.
go to jail? If I'm being honest with you,
You don't think so?
I think so.
You think so?
Okay.
I think so. I should go to jail.
But that's the best way. So if you know, because once you go to jail, you get help in the jail.
Right.
They put you through treatment. They put you through therapy to get your brain
Well,
in the right.
I think I should go to jail.
Right
Bro,
now
who would
you're,
just say that? I don't. If I was him right there, bro, I don't care what nobody say. I would be like, no, I do not want to go
I
to
would not do
jail.
it because it's wrong.
Why would he say, yeah, I think so. Bro, I don't care what nobody say. I don't think I should go to jail for nothing, bro. If they said that to me, I was like, bro, I should not go to
The law is
jail.
for criminals to follow.
It shouldn't even take long. As soon as he said that, no, I'm not going to jail. I'm sorry, bro. If I was him right there, I would be like,
Then you
No.
said we should.
I don't know, bro.
who
The law
should?
is the deterrent, yes or no? Of
Course, correct.
Okay. So in the chats right here,
Bro, I don't
he's
even
saying, no,
care if he
this
said,
is correct,
oh, I
and
should.
can't wait to be
I
able
don't
to
care what
see you give
nobody
a quick
say.
nibble.
If I was him right there, I would be like, no, I shouldn't go to jail.
Okay.
You ever
Because, like,
had
I'm trying to
therapy
defend
before? Or,
myself.
like counseling?
And what if they
Ever,
said
ever,
that
ever
and
in
really
life?
took him to jail?
You should go get some.
That would be his
Like,
fault.
like, you make good money, huh?
I do.
Yeah. So why don't you use that money towards helping yourself in a good way?
I will. I will. Seriously, I will.
Like, honestly, man, like, this is not good. Like,
I understand.
Or how
This is not
much
a-
times are you
this
gonna
is-
say that?
the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, I can have like sympathy for like thieves or robbers or other types of criminals because we don't know their situation, but this is no excuse. There's no excuse for
Right.
this.
Like, and on top of that, you're obviously not in good shape, but you're
That's messed up.
2.2 million followers.
Wait, bro, what you talking about is way right there.
So there is one person out of 3 million combined.
Was he
that
talking about
likes
his
you,
weight
that's
right there? He was like, you're not in
And
good
honestly,
shape.
your options aren't that much.
I think.
Honestly, with
I mean,
your life choices and
I'm
what
sorry, but he's not in good
honestly,
shape. He is
but there
huge.
is somebody out there for you, and you know that. And you've had that person. You've had a girlfriend. So loneliness is BS. You
That
have
loneliness is-
attraction to younger people.
It's young. It's like, yeah, that's true. There's no loneliness here. It's just you like kids.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
So
And that's I don't know how that anybody can be attracted
What
to
do you
you.
guys want me to say, honestly?
Well, that's why we're here to ask you what goes through your mind because we don't really understand it.
Right. And so far, you've admitted to wanting to do stuff with a 13-year-old. You've admitted to all. Like, if we send this to cops, you're done. You know that, right?
What you guys?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
That's for us to
It's
determine.
not like
I'm hoping and praying to God you guys won't.
She again, he's trying to do.
Well, you said you deserve jail, so.
yeah. You said it yourself.
Well,
You
what did
deserve.
you change your mind 5 minutes later?
I just hope you guys won't, man.
But like, this is a danger. You're like a danger to kids.
Yeah, you really are.
You're like a danger. You know, all right, let me tell you something. Do you know how many times people, like our supporters, have messaged us and said, please look into this guy, EDP? Yeah. You know how many times we've gotten this message before? Like hundreds of messages of people telling us, hey, please look into this guy, EDP. This guy's a creep. He's had encounters with other minors in the past. Please look into him. And guess what? You're out here today, and you proved everybody's point.
Right.
That they're not they're not wrong. You're the person who's wrong.
You can go on your live stream and say to your 15-year-old riders, literally or figuratively.
Oh yeah, that's another good point. What's your audience age range? It's a lot of kids.
It's a lot, man.
High school.
It's a lot of kids. And that's dangerous.
Right. Dude, people think you're hilarious. I thought you were, dude, me and my friend Keyshawn made so many jokes about you in high school in a good way. This is a bummer. And you have a great life, man. You could sit in front of your computer. You can be yourself for 2 hours and be well off for yourself. Right. And he has a blessed life. You have a blessed life. People go out and work. People work 9 to 5, man. 9 to 5, and you're here. All you gotta do is entertain people on your phone and stuff. Right. And all your audience is like kids. Right. That's the dangerous part. Yeah, it is.
And you see, you can't control yourself with that.
And see, the thing is, you get closer. And the thing is, you you can brush off some messages like, oh, show me your beep, whatever, because, you know, obviously that could be taken as a joke. I don't think it was, but it can be taken as a joke. But see, now that you're here meeting who you think is a 13-year-old, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Now here's all doubt is squashed. Right. Say the doubt's right there, you just sat on it and just squashed it. Right. That's what happened today. Okay. And then you said, you mean like or something, and you said we can, but that's something that shouldn't be forced. So you were interested in having with a 13-year-old, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so shouldn't be forced. What's the age of consent in California?
18.
Okay, what's the lowest age of consent in America?
No clue. Is it 18?
16.
16. Okay.
Okay, so 13 is not anywhere near 16. That's over 1,000 days away from 16. So can a 13-year-old consent?
No.
Legally?
No.
You send any toys to her? You send any pictures of your flesh toys?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's another graphic. You know, like, just like when you sent the graphic photo of your private part, this is another graphic photo. That's 2 counts of sending harmful matter to a minor. 2 counts. You understand that, right? You get charged for every single photo you send.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Right.
So, and another thing I wanted to ask you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is my life over?
That's up to you.
Did you see?
Honestly, that's up to you. Like, really, this is up to you. Yeah. It depends on how you react into this situation, because you can easily go right under a hole and try to go under a bunker and try to hide and forget about this, or you can take approach where you can go get help.
Like, you literally and figuratively cannot run away from your problems. So
like, this is not. And also another thing, another question.
It's my life.
Why were you threatening this girl? You were telling her, oh, it's gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be pretty if I come here and it's a sting operation. Why did you say it's not gonna be pretty?
Is my life over?
What do you mean by that? Because that's a threat. That's a threat of violence.
That's a threat.
No, it's a threat of violence.
Obviously, it's
You
said it's not going to be pretty if I show up there and there's a police sting operation.
Right.
So why are you trying to scare a 13-year-old girl?
Because she was hot.
I don't get that. Why are you trying to intimidate her?
He was
out of everybody, like why?
No clue, man. No clue.
Man, they got ARs and RC
So
ARs.
You're just gonna scare the living daylife out of her?
No, I would shoot you.
No.
Listen, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys, okay? Obviously, man, you got the screenshots right there, right?
Yep.
Obviously, you got the screenshots right there. Obviously, you got the video, right? What I did was wrong.
Right.
No we know that, okay? What I'm going to do, right, is go get help, because obviously I need it.
So if we went to cops right now, would you still get help?
That's not help. That's just messed up.
So if we went to the cops, would you still go get help? Or is that like your little deal to us? If you don't
Imagine at the end he just tries to run
what's
away.
What's on the outside shouldn't matter. It's what's on the inside that counts. Obviously, in your case too. Get help regardless if we got the cops or not?
Yes.
Okay. And right here you say, I lose my YouTube channel, but I go to jail, my reputation is ruined, my life would be completely in shambles, and you still came because you were that hungry for a cupcake and a 13-year-old. Should we just call you?
Yeah, you guys call me whatever you guys.
You deserve it, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. And you blocked her how many times? Lots of times.
Probably like 6, 7 times.
You blocked, but like you came back every single time, right?
Right.
Why did you block and unblock? And we've seen this before, and we know why you do it. We just want to know if you're gonna tell us the truth.
Well, to engage with her.
Is it because you want to clear the chats?
No.
No?
No.
So what's the point of blocking and then unblocking?
The point of blocking and then unblocking is to talk to somebody, you know what I mean, and have a potential lead.
Okay, so
what does that even mean?
What do you mean? Wait.
If nobody found out about this, you did say you were in love with Sophie. You did say I love you, correct? Yes or no?
Right, I did.
So you're in love with her, yes or no? A little bit, just a little bit.
You don't even know her.
So say to me, I was in love with a 13-year-old. It's true.
I'm not saying that shit, dude.
Well, he already said it in the chat, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay, so you said it. Okay. So I think you're adorable, sweet, and you said you'd love to teach her about SECKS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you want to teach a 13-year-old about, you know what?
I think it's spelled S-E, not S-E-C-K.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're right. I'm not laughing at the situation yet.
No, I understand.
Why? I don't know, man. I need help, dude.
And let's see.
No.
Do you think
I could not die.
do you think you should how long do you think you should go to prison for? Because you're looking at like 2 counts.
Maybe after this, did he get
I don't think I should
arrested?
go to prison that long.
You don't think you deserve to go
Yes,
to prison?
he finally said it.
Right.
You know
What
what
do
would
you say?
happen to you if you go to
He
prison,
said,
right?
I don't care
And then they ask you, what are you in here for?
for?
What do you think would happen to you inside that yard?
It would not be fun.
Yeah, they would eat.
Exactly.
So I really want to taste your.
Kid, you know
So why
what
did you
you
want to
doing?
taste her?
Oh, he's gonna drop the soul.
You are what you eat, I guess.
Yeah.
Why did you want to taste it?
Don't know, man.
Okay. So let's see. I can't wait to take your shirt off so I can lick and suck on your.
Is it possible that I can get some water? I'll get it later. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're almost done.
What are you gonna do the next time you text a 13-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl?
There won't be a next time.
There won't be a next
I'll
time?
just hump her. That's all I'll do.
That's hard for me to believe. I think, I don't know.
You guys want to believe? I mean,
Like right now you have some type of attitude and you have no place to, yeah, you are absolutely pissing us off.
I'm sorry.
Because you're not in any position
I'm sorry.
to be saying like, oh, I don't care what you think.
I apologize.
Because imagine
Sorry.
if we were the brothers, right?
You're scared me so.
Or he was the dad, or I was the dad, or he was the dad, or someone else was the dad. You know, every time a car drove by, you kept saying, lower your voice, be quiet for a second. Do you want to know why you keep saying that? Because you don't want people overhearing. So imagine if that person was a dad, and they heard what you were doing here today.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
You got very graphic with her. Like you wanted to also role play with her. Now, by role play, do you mean like roll around like you do when you walk, or do you mean
No,
like
I
actually
think we
take
should.
this?
Why are they trying to race
Actually,
me?
take this.
Okay. So what kind of role playing do you want to do? Because you didn't really get into what roles you want to play. Like,
Rolling around
Well, he
in the
called her
dark,
like
why is it?
princess and stuff in the
Huh?
chats, and he said he wanted her to climb onto him and
Yeah.
do all these disgusting
No, I'm
graphic
talking
things,
what?
right?
Okay.
That's fine. I have it.
Okay. So again, with
By the way, we're filming for safety
Yeah, safety
reasons,
reasons.
so
You're not
Make sure you
filming
know
for
this.
safety reasons. You're filming.
that's not.
Okay, go to. Oh yeah, Mario, you're getting off on 11:15.
oh, okay. Did I record?
No, I think it's 10:30 now.
So, did you ever ask for graphic photos from this girl?
I did, but I never received them.
You know what that's called, right?
No.
Right.
That's called CP, child. Yeah. So you're asking you're soliciting child photos from this girl.
Right.
That's another charge. You know that, right? No. Do you know how many charges you did here today?
3.
More than that.
More than that? Okay.
Yeah, you'd have more charges on your rap sheet.
You lured a minor. 2
Okay,
counts
they're trying to
of
censor
graphic
things so that
photos.
like a bunch
You
of money
asked
can
for
be
graphic
wrong
photos from this girl,
everything.
and you came here to engage in sexual activity with a 13-year-old.
Right.
You're looking at a whole lot of charges. All of them are felonies, by the way. They're not misdemeanors. They're not infractions. They're felonies. So
Then you said right here, so you were also a little bit submissive to her, yes or no? So you were a little bit submissive to her, yes or no?
I was.
Do you have a fantasy? So you did admit you fantasize about 13-year-old, yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Do you also fantasize about being submissive to 13-year-olds a little bit, yes or no?
No, he's saying
so
it's
what
like
about a
this is
13-year-old
normal.
in essence dominating?
I do like a 13-year-old, yeah.
What about you being dominated by a 7th grader turns you on?
I don't know, man.
That's weird.
I know it's
Like, even if she was 8,
That's weird.
dominated by a female, that's weird in itself.
weird.
Now take that down to middle school, that's criminally weird.
right.
So what about that turned you on? Jesus, dude. Then you said, I think it's hot when you're sassy, little gives me attitude, I love it.
What?
You're such a, what's that?
What
I
are
love
they
it.
talking
Come
about?
to your house, climb through your window as if that would have been.
Bro.
hey, wait. You was gonna climb through her window in the middle of the night?
Dude, come on, man. I wasn't, dude.
This is what you said.
I know. I say a lot of as far as I was not going to climb through.
You were
You
gonna
know
go
his
through this
name.
girl's
You
window
know
at the middle
what he
of the
would
night.
have done if he climbed through that
You know how
window.
creepy that is?
He thought that
That's
was
super creepy. Do you still consider yourself not a creep? You still don't consider yourself not a creep?
No,
Because in the
no.
beginning, you said, no, I'm not. What do you consider yourself now after reading this?
Yeah, obviously so.
Listen to this
Okay.
one, Ghosty. Handcuff you, throw you in the back of my car, and bring you back to my dungeon.
Dude, that's kidnapping.
Dude, come on, man.
What do you call it? That's not funny.
Dude,
You were gonna throw this girl in your dungeon, handcuff her?
dude, I wasn't.
Okay,
That's kidnapping.
now I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say that's not practical. However, that's a fantasy, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Dude,
But
that's
that's
even if it's a
fantasy,
fantasy, that's disturbing. That goes through your mind.
Right, a dungeon?
A dungeon? Dude, this is a whole nother level of creepy.
Absolutely, man.
Because we've done this hundreds of times. You're one of the creepiest. This is super creepy.
Right.
This is super creepy.
Yeah, this is definitely
Dude, wow.
battery.
That's
If I'm being honest, start licking. So you